What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. Legendary Duelist Season 3 is leaking out on social medias, over on eBay, and not in 144p pixelated. Try to figure out if it's real or not. These are beautiful pictures, and they look oh so nice for the Dark Magicians. I know Yu-Gi-Oh! Twitter is like allergic to DM era stuff, but this is it. Good job, Konami, on the looks and the foiling. Also, speaking of Twitter, over 15,000 of you duelists are following me over there. I just repost bad memes, bad takes, sometimes base takes, as well as once in a while original content. I do it all for fun over there. Thanks for hanging out with me and talking Yu-Gi-Oh! But is it in there? Is it not in there? Yes, it is Preta Practice. You're overpaying for Nationals. You're not getting a, yeah, that's gonna miss and skyrocket. Almost nice with the set number, Konami. LDS3EN079, not 69. So yeah, you are overpaying for sure for this card, because a week after Nationals, it is getting reprinted, currently sitting above $30, and maybe some people are going to start listing this a lot faster and try to play into that, but reprint mode looming on this card. Also within the leaks is going to be the red ultra rare. For Slifer red, we have Obelisk blue, we have the regular ultra being raw yellow. Konami, let's talk real quick. I have a soft spot for the red one, even if it's not going to do very well. Also look at Duelist League Dark Magician Girl with that tealish blue green that you did that looks really nice. Think about playing with the colors more and maybe creating one-offs that become special, especially when you have Duelist League stuff with Dark Magician Girl on it. You might do really well with that. Also hidden in here is a little common Necro face. Big if true, we can't see the set number there, but I don't think they'd be lying just putting in other cards, right? Who would do that? The internet? But Necro face's set number is covered. If the reprint is in there, which Hopium, I would think it's real. It is a solid common reprint that has been needed to be done for some time. Would have liked to see this up in the Ultra slot, but realistically taking that for the product wouldn't have been the best immediate, would have been really good long term. What do you guys think about the leaks from Legendary Duelist Season 3? Does it get you more hype? Does it... Where's Magician Souls? Where's Bane? Where's Gold? Oh my gosh, start to freak out. Are you actually starting to like think about that kind of stuff? Because Magician Souls kind of is the gamble. Would they double down and do it secret rare? Would they put it in the ultra rares where it's easier to get than a secret rare? What are they going to do with Souls? Definitely some questions raised by the leaks, and we'll keep up on Twitter if there's any more and be looking out for that throughout the day. We're back to Sky Striker Watch. It's happened before. It's happening again. It happens from ban list. It happens from events. This time Striker taking it. We already covered it in the last one, but Demise of the Land super bought out so that we can summon Mystic Mine. And Mystic Mine's having plenty of conversations. Ban it, don't ban it. I'm on team ban it, by the way, but that's not here or there for Market to watch. What I will say is, since this strategy has come out pre-Nationals where it would have been a grand slam, but the winner being from over in Australia wouldn't be playing in ours anyways, Demise of the Land summoning that Mystic Mine, people are now going to have outs versus the deck out, probably even main deck, especially for a Nationals tournament, while giving up a little consistency, not auto losing to a card that a bunch of people are going to be heading towards into that going, yeah, it's the winning deck, well, let's go for that strategy, and a lot of people copying. You're going to have to fade it so often in the early rounds. I will also say, if you're blind jumping on Strikers, it is the least forgiving deck on a misplay in the entire format. You misstep once with Striker, already struggling with brick hands and other stuff like that, you're going to have a very bad time. So test, test, test. The famous words, test before you invest. Even though I'm not a financial advisor channel, I find that one to be pretty solid. Sky Striker Ace Zeke out of Dual Overload. Its only printing is skyrocketing as well. It is $10+ quickly towards 12 here, and you can see people went crazy for it. I did suggest this one a while back, so if you went in then, good job on you. Also, Sky Striker Ace Rose Starlight Rare now spiking after the YCS. It didn't immediately. It was around 325. Now it's 375, 380 quickly towards 400. And Afterburners might be the biggest surprise secret rare. I think there's an ultra rare also for this, but first edition You can see just going up here, and it is lowest $25 now. On the I told you so watch continuing though, Celine I brought up at the beginning of the ban list stuff in the market watch saying I would keep my eye on this card. I didn't think it was going to be Sky Strikers though. So right for the wrong reasons. We can own that here. But it is skyrocketing like crazy. $53, quickly $55. So again, good on you. If you secured your copy, you went for it. If you held off, you're paying a bit more. Konami, maybe a Lost Art when, you put a cami on her and it's not that much booba. We could definitely have Celine Lost Art someday, but they tend to go for the classics when they're doing larts rather than nice card, the reprints like that. The Zombie Vampire. This card is a rank 8 generic. I told you guys at 4 to 5 I liked it. It stayed at 8 for a long time, but then it actually kept trailing down. It is now being played with the Punk engine and is really popping off, and you see it going up in a lot of people on this one. Pterodon. I didn't really see too much with dinosaurs. I heard a story about a guy who was in day 2 and didn't show up to the round right or something, but besides that story, yeah, Pterodon consistently headed on up in price over time, though, but still pretty readily available under $3. But it's headed up. A Luber going down, down, down. Just an option. One of the decks to beat now. Not the deck to beat anymore. Not even the third highest chunk of pie chart thanks to Punk Engine and Engine.deck overtaking it along with Sword Soul in the metagame post-ban list. It is under $10 a copy, barely. It is mostly 10. It goes above 10 on the opening page. A lot of lower rated sellers, but yeah, you can get yours for under $10 at this point. Kind of crazy. And that themality, there's a up, 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 and then dip on every single one of these branded cards. You can look up Masquerade right now, too. I don't actually... Oh, I do have it pulled up. I see it in the next tab. It also, too, up, 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 starts to come on down. And it's been happening like that since the last YCS. Everybody's starting to go for this deck. Chilling out. And here's the big thing about the season we're in. We are headed towards Nationals itself. A vendor once told me, and I was younger, the moment round 1 of Nationals starts, the show is over. That means I'm not going to be selling cards. I'm only going to be buying, and probably cheaper because reprint season is upon us. We have the Megatons, we have Battles of Legend, which, oddly, its description is less emphasized on the reprints, but that could be a curveball. And the Megatons really hyping up other stuff. You have the holiday box coming, and we don't know how that's going to play out without Gold Series or a World Premiere set announced yet. But we are in the reprint season here, and a lot of stuff is on the chopping block or the table for that. And the moment that cards cannot be shipped out in time to reach a player for sure for Nationals, you're going to see a lot of fallout from these. And yeah, there's going to be regionals in the fall season, that stuff. But again, reprint season's upon us, and you don't want to be buying cards slated up for that unless you're gambling, rolling the dice on what could or couldn't be reprinted, and you think you have some table 500 IQ, buy on that. Now, splites are definitely getting a ton of attention still, and silently through the week, and not many people noticed this one. People were bringing up Live Twin stuff to me, and I'm like, yeah, I've already covered it, but I went back to double check. Live Twin Leela Treat, all of its cheaper copies bought out throughout the week, and look at that. Tons of people in at 150, 160. The lowest is now around 200. Blue hair Live Twin supremacy here, and I was looking through this, but I'm actually not done with the Live Twins. We also see that Live Twin Leela herself, Collector Rare, is spiking up further beyond even past Kisi Kill and is going up in price. So I might really suggest, despite reprint season, having the Ultra Leela tweet. I don't treat, not pushing my Twitter that hard, but Live Twin Leela treat. Try saying that 5 times fast. We do it live here. If it gets downgraded instead of upgraded in the 10s, the Ultra will be the highest mid rarity besides going all the way till Starlight, and it could do okay for itself for people building up live twin splice. But that's an option of the deck. Again, a lot of people think pure splice or different mixes are better than the live twins, but tons of people will be on this version still, which is why it's bubbling up right now. And then finally, the Punk engine. Notable that the super rares, even like Xiamen, are starting to go up with this. Deer Note's actually down. That's because it's from Dimension Force and people just scrambled for their initial copy. So whenever we see that with Defo, you are going to see some prices come down. But the Punk engine continuing to get even more expensive as Foxy Toon is on like full buyout mode right now. Remember, only 3.6 of these average per case of 12 boxes of Grand Creators, and while it's openable for many different types within here, like you got the Exo Sisters, you got the Adventure Token engine, it's kind of hard to get your Punk engine together when it's getting that popular, especially, again, heading into the national season. I actually have not clicked on Dimension Force today, so I'm just double checking here towards the end and seeing if anything crazy has happened. Regulus looks to be falling out a little bit, not a ton. There were none below 80, now a bunch are below 80, but it's a couple dollars fall out. There's that old ancient meme, it falls 50 cents. What's good, YouTube? Psychic and Punisher is sticking up there. I definitely like this card. Lily Berea is starting to be available for $4 to $5 cheaper than earlier in the weekend. And Die Coliseum looks to be falling out a little bit in terms of just having cheaper copies available from lower rated sellers. Whenever it's 100% feedback, 45 sales, I like to give those guys a chance. There was a comment, and I guess maybe somebody was watching in their car. I try to be more descriptive during market watches for you guys and gals, but when it comes to cards like this and sellers, I mentioned on another one a low rating. That was percentage of feedback. The guy had 87.5% feedback or something, and I was like, yeah, I do not give a guy like that a chance. But when it comes to 100% 45 sales, 100% 64 sales, definitely give guys like this the chance to make my day and give me a cheaper price on a card. Thanks for watching today's Market Watch. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the conversation. Let me know what you think of all these meta twists and turns heading into the national seasons. How will Sky Striker fare within it? I think a lot of people jumping on that bandwagon are going to have a really terrible time, just saying, and people are going to be ready to tech against it too. So what's your plan for nationals, or is it under wraps because you plan to win it all? Thanks for watching.